Poll 84. Now that the Castle War stuff's out of the way, even though Jagex still needs to fix a little bit, we have Poll 84, quality of life, stackable clues, and more. Long time coming, I think, since like Leagues 3, stackable clues. Let's see how they want to implement it. Hopefully it's not too broken when they propose it. So this is packed with quality of life improvements, PVM tweaks, clue scroll upgrades, and more. Whether you're skilling, bossing, or just banking in style, you got something for everyone. All right, so let's have a look. This is going to be good. Lock the fuck in, boys. Stackable clues. All right. So, stackable clues have been highly requested feature for years, but they've also been one of the more divisive topics in the community. We know there is a strong feeling on both sides. We want to take a moment to explain how we got here. We got here because of leagues, basically. Picture is March 2024, the birds are singing, I don't want to read this shit, come on. The entire clue hunting community took one look at this and started juggling clues like it was their full-time job. This is when they made it so that they last half an hour, even if you log out the time of pauses. What was meant to be a small quality of life fix suddenly became a new sweaty meta, and before we knew it, our inboxes were full of complaints from players who hated clue juggling, but now felt like they had to do it and to stay competitive. You guys know what clue juggling is, because every time I'm doing Slayer and I have a clue scroll, I don't drop it, I just go do it, and you guys are like, why the fuck aren't you juggling clues? I can't be bothered. So, let's have a look. The scroll box. Instead of juggling clue scrolls like a circus performer, the scroll boxes, you'll be able to stack your clue scrolls in a limited, controlled way. Here's how it works. If you completed the quest X marks the spot, you'll start receiving clue scroll boxes instead of regular clue scrolls. That's a very simple quest right at the start. If you haven't completed it, you'll still receive standard clues. You can hold up to a maximum of 5 scroll boxes, or 4 and 1 clue scroll. Alright, geodes, bottles, bird's nest, they'll still give scroll boxes instead of loose scrolls, okay? It's worth noting that this proposed system is actually weaker than the current juggling method, but it's significantly less annoying. You won't be able to stack dozens of clues for long grinding sessions, but you'll have a legitimate way to hold multiple clues without resorting to tedious inventory tricks. Sounds great. Okay, I've got some questions, but we'll go through this first. Because you won't just be able to stack clues for free. Watson says you've got to earn them. Okay, so I'm hoping it tells us further down here, but it says 5 scroll boxes. I'm hoping that's of each scroll type, because there's already 5 types of clue scrolls, right? Or 6 types or whatever. So I hope that means 5 of each tier clue scroll. Please. So we know you're eager to hold clues like a dragon sitting on a pile of treasure, but stacking clue scrolls is something you'll have to earn. Why? Because clue scrolls are special. True. The magical moment when you... I don't give a shit. Alright, okay. Stop fucking... I don't care about the lore of clue scrolls. I just want to know the details. So once you've proven yourself as a seasoned clue chaser, you'll unlock the power to stack clues like a true treasure hunting pro. Okay. So, to increase your stacking limit, you'll need to complete the following challenges. Defeating the Mimic. This will increase your clue scroll stack capacity by 1. Of all tiers by 1. Okay, so it is by tiers. Cool. Complete a set number of clues per tier. This would unlock additional stacking. Okay, I see. So completions for the first cap increase. 50 beginners. Then you can start holding 2 beginners. Right, so you got to do some fucking clues. Okay, so you got to unlock this shit. Right. Let me see where I'm sitting real quick. Collection logs. Oh man, I'm going to regret this. I've done 4 beginners. I'm so dry on beginners, as you can tell. I've got 3 black pickaxes. I've done 35 easies, which puts me in the retard column. Alright. Medium. 76. Okay, no headband. 76. Okay. Still with the idiot column. Hard clues. Alright, we're gaming on hard clues. We've got nearly 200 hard clues. We are good. We're good. Second cap increase. Boom. Alright, we've already got the endgame hard clues. Elites and masters. Okay, look. I've got to do some work, alright? I've got to do some work. Alright, I'm in the retard column for everything but hard, which I think is probably going to be the case for a lot of people. Hards are like the most done clues in the game. Think of it as leveling up your clue hunting skills. Yeah, the more you engage, the better your stacking ability gets. Okay, we've slightly reduced the number of rarer clues, like masters and elites, since we know these can be quite the grind. Of course, absolutely, because elites are horrible and masters are quite annoying to get sometimes. So here's a quick example. Base level, no cap increases. You can hold up to 2 clues total. I wish they mean tiers, but I wish they were more clear on that aspect. So whether that's 2 scroll boxes or a clue scroll and 1 box. Okay, so no matter what, everyone's going to be able to hold on to 2 clues of each tier. Awesome. First cap increase makes it to 3. Second cap increase makes it to 4. And then the Mimic also increases it additionally. So I've killed the Mimic. So I'll be able to hold 3 of every clue, but 4 hard clues. No, 5 hard clues. I've finished hard clues. Okay, that's excellent. I like that. I can hold 5 hard clues and 3 of every other clue until I do more clues of that tier. That's really good. I fuck with that. Yeah, that's good. And it's limited to 5. Okay, cool. Yep. Cool. Addressing concerns. One key change we want to be upfront about is the reduction of clue scrolls despawn timer back to 2 minutes. This will happen regardless of whether stackable clues pass the poll or not. We recognise this will be a controversial change, but after reviewing the player behaviour and feedback, we believe the 1 hour despawn timer led to unintended and frustrating play patterns that weren't healthy for the game. Our goal is to ensure clue scrolls remain an engaging and rewarding activity, rather than something that encourages excessive juggling and forces our players into tedious inventory management. I think this is a big fucking W. I think that is huge. Getting rid of them being stackable on the floor in general. If you've got clue scrolls on the floor, fucking start doing them now because you want to unlock your tiers and also they're going to go. So if we get boxes or not, the clues despawn, they'll go back to 2-minute despawns, yes. Which is fine, I think. Rip Chunkman? Fuck Chunkman. Changing the clue timer back is ridiculous? I don't think it is. Because you're going to be able to stack them anyway. Right? You're going to be able to stack them and then you're good to, and then you go fucking do what you need to do. Do you reckon that's a bad idea? What would you rather see on your screen? Clue scrolls all over the place because you've stacked them on the floor, or the ability to stack them and then you don't have them on the floor everywhere? I think that's a fine change, don't you? 2 minutes is perfect because you can hold up to 5. And how often are you getting more than 5 clue scrolls like per Slayer task? Almost never, right? And not even for Hellhound Slayer tasks. You don't get 5 or more clue scrolls. That's very rare. Changing timer back even if this doesn't pass seems rough. I think they didn't like what they've done by making it hit the 1 hour mark. It does seem a bit like weird that it happened, but it's been accepted because it's in the game for so long. Not if it fails. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This poll, this question, I'll be fucking shocked if it fails. When have we had a non-PvP poll fail in the past that mattered? I don't think we need to be worrying too much about that. This is. Do you think that this is a great system? I don't think that's going to fail. I would not be concerned. It removed the hour timer is bad because it's basically a forced pass. If removing the hour timer forces people to vote yes to prevent that, and that's Jagex manipulating the polls, it's a good fucking change. Fuck it. I mean, I personally don't care. Sure, it probably relieves a bit of integrity that you may have had in Jagex, but I think their argument is fair. They probably. I mean, I don't do clue scroll stacking on the floor, so I guess I'm unbiased. Biased? Unbiased. I don't know. I look at it objectively and think, why are clue scrolls on the floor for an hour and that timer pauses when you log out and restarts when you log back in? Why did they even do that in the first place? Don't even poll it. I think if it passes, sure, remove hour timer. If it fails, keep hour. I think they want to fix for the hour. They want to remove... They don't want to keep the hour timer on the floor. I don't think Jagex likes that. I think they did it and they go, that was actually a mistake. This is them trying to fix it. They want to move it back regardless. If that incentivizes people to vote yes, I'm just glad it's a good fucking proposal. If this comes to the game, then them reducing the despawn timer doesn't matter. I don't see this failing the poll. If that's going to incentivize people to vote yes, then you can assume this is going to be a pass. So why stackable clues are being proposed? So to offer a practical alternative, if this update passes, you'll be able to store up to 5 clues per tier in your inventory, reducing the need for constant back and forth interruptions. The intent here is to smooth out the experience, not trivialize it. Whether you're finishing a Slayer task without needing to leave multiple times or completing a raid without abandoning your group for an elite clue, the 5 clue limit helps strike a balance between convenience and challenge. I agree completely. The first step in improving clue scores, we want to refine the system to enhance your gameplay without making it trivial. We'll continue to monitor how the system plays out and make changes if necessary, but to be absolutely clear, we will not be increasing the stack limit beyond 5. This is a firm cap and we have no plans to expand it further. I think 5 is fucking generous. I think 5 is more than enough. I would have expected like maybe a bit more than 5 for easy, but then like maybe 5 for medium, 3 for hard, elite, and master, maybe 2. I wasn't expecting them to go 5 flat across the board. I think that's very good and very generous. I think that's more than enough, you know? I think that's good. 100% agreed, time was not a good design, but it's better than this poll failing and taking the timer anyway. Well, then, look, the poll's going to pass. I think they know the poll's going to pass. So, but... I mean, shit, yeah. This is Jagex putting their foot down and saying, look, it's coming out regardless. I like when Jagex does this. I know we want everything polled, and some people say, oh, but they're polling too much content. Jagex is putting their big down. They're going big daddy dick in the community, and they're saying, even if it fucking fails, we're switching the timer back. So think about what you're voting on. Good. Good for them. I don't know why they didn't tie the system to collection log tiers. I think they don't want the collection log to feel... Well, if you tie it to collection log tiers... It then becomes more RNG based than like putting in effort to clue scrolls. Because if you go, Like I've done 76 medium clues. I've got 20 uniques. Some people have less than that. Less unique. Sorry, less log slots in more clues. It becomes more RNG than it is about time put into doing clue scrolls. So if you leave it tied to how many clues you've done, there's then a sense of progression and a sense of like putting your time into it, and it actually makes it feel like you're getting your money back, you know, or your worth, your time's worth. Does that make sense? Does this mean you can stack scrolls in your bank now? Yes, you'll be able to stack up to 5. Once you max it out, of course. Okay, so should stackable clues via scroll boxes come to the game? Yes, I agree. Skip tokens. Okay, one of the biggest frustrations of clue scrolls is reaching a late step only to be hit with a task you can't complete. What the fuck is this? Or just really don't want to do. Some players resort to juggling clues to avoid these situations, which isn't exactly an engaging gameplay experience. To address this, we're introducing skip tokens, a new item designed to give players more control over the clue-solving experience without removing the challenge entirely. What the fuck? Each clue tier will have its own skip token, obtained through clue scroll reward chests. These tokens will be tradable and stackable. I don't know about that. Oh, that's bad. Making them a valuable commodity for players looking to streamline their clue. Can't you just bank stand clue scrolls? Buy implings, buy tokens. Skip tokens allow you to skip a single step within a scroll. Oh, you only get to skip one step. Okay, they cannot be used on the final step of the clue to preserve the integrity of the reward structure. The warning message will appear if skipping would complete the clue, helping you prevent from accidentally wanting to wasting a skip token. Right. So you can only skip one step. Okay, that's not as strong. Okay. Clue scrolls are aids and no one enjoys them, so let's make the item that's tradable, just skip it. Yeah. I think if you can only skip one step, okay, fair. You can't skip to the final step. That's still pretty cooked. I don't think they should be tradable. I think if they're untradable, I will allow it. Personally. But that means then that's main accounts being like, oh, that's Iron Man untradable. Actually, it's called not, you know, printing third age. That's what it is. It's not printing third age at the end of the day. Fuck hardcore Iron Man being able to skip wilderness steps. There is also that, but hardcore Iron Man, they can't buy them anyway. They've got to still earn them at the end of the day. I think hardcore Iron Man, I mean, yeah, if they want to skip wilderness steps, so be it. You can only skip one per hardcore, though. If you get 2 wilderness steps, then fuck you, right? Skipping a step in clues defeats the entire purpose of clues. I agree. I don't like skip tokens. I would, however, consider voting yes if they make them untradable. Untradable, but like fairly common to get if it has to be the trade-off. Like, you know, 1 in 5 clues you get one, or 1 in 10 clues you get one back. You know, maybe 1 in 5 because then it kind of goes with the box. Be good for some of those cancer 3-steppers on Master. Yeah, but you can only skip once per scroll. As a man, I don't think they should be tradable. They should not be tradable, no. If it was a reroll, not a skip, reroll's a good idea. Reroll, and then you can't get that step again for that clue. That's actually a good idea. This update is made for irons, and they can't trade. Mains don't care. In less than 2% of mains do clues. Let's be real. I think more than 2% of mains do clues. I think a lot of mains do clues, man. I think you are incorrect. A lot of mains do clues. A lot of people go collection logging. A lot of people are looking for third age and gilded. This also changes things for people doing bingos. A lot of mains do their clue scrolls, absolutely. Purple Sweets rarity would be good in my opinion. Yeah, true. By introducing skip tokens, we're offering an alternative to juggling while also adding a new tradable reward to clues. Whether you're an Iron Man looking for a smooth clue experience or a merchant eyeing some new profit opportunities, tokens should bring both convenience and value to clue scrolls. I think this would hurt clue scrolls, to be honest. I think, I mean, if it's catered to irons and mains don't do it, then why is it a problem? I mean, that's also true, yeah. I see chat says they do, none of my friends do. Maybe you need different friends. Or maybe you've got a good set of friends. Reroll and not get the same step for one step by default, but ways to unlock preventing rerolling that step for up to the rest of the clue, combat achievements or something. You could do that. I think a reroll rather than a skip would be nice. I would be much happier with a reroll, and then you don't get that step again until you finish the clue. Then you can get it again in future clues, of course. I mean, Jagex ain't gonna fucking listen, but if No Monkey says something, Jagex will be like, oh, that's a good idea. So then they might do the reroll tokens. Rerollings will be better than skipping, I think. However, I don't think they should be tradable. I think that's dangerous. I don't know if I'm going to vote yes to that yet. That is tricky. That's very interesting. Okay, this update isn't about making clue scores easier. It's about addressing past mistakes and refining the experience. The longer despawn timer led to unintended frustrations, and we're rolling that back while also introducing stackable clues in a way that keeps the gameplay loop engaging and rewarding. Why are they recently taking No Monkey's opinion into account at all? I don't actually know if they are. A lot of people keep saying that they are, so it's just a big meme on Twitter at the moment. With stackable scroll boxes replacing raw clue scrolls, you'll have much more control over your clue inventory without relying on workarounds. Imagine you're deep in Bandos or next trip and that clue scroll drops on casing number 1. Instead of interrupting your run, you're now stacked neatly, ready for when you decide to take it on. Cool. Skip tokens provide an additional layer of flexibility, acting as a tradable resource that gives players more agency in solving clue solving. These aren't a free pass, but they do add an extra reward space. Something valuable for both clue hunters and those looking to trade. If you hit a step that doesn't fit your current plans, you'll have the option to re-roll it, keep the momentum going while preserving the challenge. You're not re-rolling it, you're skipping. That's not a re-roll. Right? You're not re-rolling it, you're just saying no, fuck you. You're going from step 3 to step 4. Okay, let's have a look at the stackable clues, Abyssal Sire rework. Alright, let's see what stackable clues have to do in the Abyssal Sire rework, boys. Hold on. Abyssal Sire rework. How exciting. It's always been a unique boss, but we recognise that its mechanics can feel a little outdated compared to more modern encounters. Our goal is to refine the fight while maintaining its core identity, making it more engaging and enjoyable without completely overhauling it. Alright, let's have a look. So, with that in mind, here are some of the changes we'd like to propose. Sire is currently untargetable during its transition phases, forcing players to sit and wait. We want to make it targetable during these phases to keep the action going. Yes. Holy fuck. Yes. Sire's sluggish movement feels unnecessarily tedious. We'd like to increase the speed to match the player's run, reducing downtime between mechanics. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. The lung phase takes too long, dragging out the fight unnecessarily. We're looking at shortening it while still ensuring it remains a meaningful part of the encounter. Yeah, you could also just make it so he stays stunned for like an extra 5 seconds. That'd be awesome. Good for the combat achievement. While the 2 back vents will remain on the map, they will no longer be active during the fight. Additionally, we plan to implement... Wait, hold on. The 2 back vents will remain on the map. Oh, so you've only got to do 2? Ooh, that's nice. We additionally plan to implement a minimum of 50% of your weapon's max hit, which will allow the endgame setups to more reliably one-phase them. Demon Bane weapons will also be able to one-shot these vents. Oh, fuck me. To compensate for these changes and ensure the fight doesn't become too short, we'll introduce a 50% damage reduction and increase size HP, maintaining the overall challenge and engagement. Hold on. So they'll reduce a 50% damage reduction and increase the size HP. Damage reduction on us to the Sire? These adjustments aim to streamline the fight's flow while maintaining a challenge and rewarding nature. More HP, Sire. I mean, more HP and 50% damage reduction is a fucking lot of damage. For those that don't know how the Sire works, let me give you a quick fucking rundown. How do I get to the Abyss? Is that even possible? What's it called? How the fuck do you get to the Abyss? Fairy ring? On the map. How do I get to the Abyss on the map? Yeah, I might actually have to go through an actual fairy ring, won't I? Shit. Okay, hold on. Let me show you something real quick. Okay? Gotcha. The boss is dog shit. I never go there. I think Cerberus is worse purely because of like what it takes. Was it like the dip? It's dip, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. The Abyssal Nexus. Alright. So, have a look at the map here. So, when you fight the Sire, you have vents in these corners. There's 4 vents, right? Over here. The Sire sits here. They're going to fuck these 2 off at the back. They'll still be there. You just have to damage them. So, you just have to do the front 2. You're nuts if you think Serb is worse. The Serb, you have to drink fucking 100 prayer potions or have a shield no one fucking wants. Sire's the worst boss in the game by far. No, I think Serb's drop table is worse than Sire's. So I think so you'll just have to kill these 2 vents now instead of all 4, and you'll be able to one-hit them with Demon Bane weapons. So if you've got the Scorching Bow done, and then to compensate for these changes and ensure the fight doesn't become too short, there's a 50% damage reduction and increase to size HP. So the Sire will be stronger, will have more health, you'll hit for less, but you'll also be able to attack him while he's walking to his phases. So it probably should be a better fight. I would vote yes, but I'd vote no to... Honestly, vote no to question 6. Like, If we vote no to question 6, oh, hold on, no, not question 6. Oh, no, okay, they're going to do it regardless. Sorry, I read that wrong. Increase the abyssal speed, okay. Should we shorten the lung phase? Minimum, okay, they're going to do that. I was going to say, I thought it was this one. Okay, yeah, vote yes to them all. Read what Lancer said? What did Lancer say? Where is he? Hold on, I don't see him. The 50% reduction is just during the phase shift. Mod Goblin. Oh, it's just during the phase shift. Oh, okay. Okay, Mod Goblin confirmed it. Okay, don't worry then. Perfect. Yep. Yeah, they didn't state that on here, so thank you for confirming that, Mod Goblin. Cool. So yeah, vote yes then. Absolutely. All vote. That's big then. Yes. Big. All right. Melee at Zora. Here we go. After seeing some interesting results in League's Raging Echoes, we now want to make the potential change for the main game, allowing melee attacks to damage Zora. Currently, the main game Zora can only be damaged by with a halberd, thanks to its extended range. But we want to expand. Wait, you can halberd Zora? I didn't know you could. Interesting. We want to expand this to let players use melee combat against Zora directly. Okay. Okay, so if this change goes through, you'll be able to deal damage to Zora with melee attacks. However, before you start gearing up your best melee setup, it's important to understand this won't replace the traditional mage and range strategies. Alright. Does melee outcompete mage and range? In short, not exactly. We've tested the best main hand halberd available, paired with high tier gear like Torva and Oathplate, and while melee offers some benefits, it doesn't outcompete the current best in slot mage and range setups. Okay. One exception, during the Crimson Red phase, melee can outperform some magic setups. This means that depending on your gear, melee could be a viable alternative in this phase. If you're considering incorporating melee into your strategy, it might be worth checking your setup. So if you don't have a shadow, it would be good to run melee. Is basically what I'm reading here. Fair to say they want to destroy clues? No, I don't think so. Melee could be useful in specific situations, especially if your melee gear is significantly stronger than your mage gear. But is there still going to be the 50 damage cap? Right? That's the thing, because if you, like, in Zora, if you hit over 50, it just rolls between 45 and 50. You can't actually hit more than 50 on Zora. Right? So that would be good. Ultimately, it's about offering players a fun alternative and giving you more ways to approach Zora. Maybe more combat tasks, why not? While it's not meant to replace existing strategies, it's a fresh option for those who want to experiment or switch things up. It might help early game players too. Okay, I fuck with that. I don't mind. They said they were going to do it anyway. Should we allow players to use melee at Zora? Sure. Not so challenge mode chambers. Oh no. We've got something for you, all you raiders out there. We're excited to introduce a new toggle in the raid creation interface that would allow players to generate a challenge mode CM style layout for regular Chambers of Xeric raids. This means all runes of it would appear in the same predictable order as a CM, while the bosses would still scale to regular Cox difficulty, with no CM specific rewards or increased HP. This option will offer a consistent layout for those who prefer it. Oh, that's actually fucking awesome. Why would you care about this? The change isn't just for speedrunners, it also offers valuable benefits for those looking to practice CM mechanics. This is actually really good, because you could probably clear that in 25 minutes solo with like an average setup. To practice CM mechanics in a less stressful environment, but having a fixed layout for all runes. Hello.
Hey.
Have you got Maccas? Did you go out and get Maccas?
You say what you want. I don't care. I just want to drink.
Thank you very much. Hell yeah. This is especially helpful for new players who want to practice CM procedures or familiarize themselves with the timing, preparation, and strategy about the stakes of the full CM raid. Which there's no stakes, by the way, but okay, cool. I like this. For speedrunners, this toggle provides a consistent layout, eliminating the need to re-roll for certain rooms and making the whole process a bit smoother. It's a chance to refine strategies with fewer variables in play without the pressure of CM-specific challenges. For those who just want to learn every room or want to avoid re-rolling for specific layouts, this option provides a great alternative, of course. Now you might be wondering, does this mean new points meta? The answer is no. This change won't impact the current metas for strategies and Cox. It's purely an option for those who prefer a more predictable layout, and while it could make raids slightly more efficient due to fewer prep requirements and no re-rolling, it won't change the overall dynamics of the raid. In essence, the change allows players to get a taste of challenge mode mechanics in a lower stakes setting, making it a fantastic option for those looking to improve their raiding experience. I think this is good for learners. Just do CMs, don't be a snowflake. This is good for people learning Cox in general. Time to shadow once and reset Vanguards immediately. Yeah, this is really bad for best in slot people, because Vanguards, you'll never fucking do Vanguards, right? You'll have to go onto Vanguards and not use offensive praise, but then you won't get the accuracy and you'll just be like, bruh. But I think for learners, this is good. For people that want to practice being a bit faster and just practice all the runes, This is good. You think it's dumb? I don't think this is bad in any way. You're never going to use it, Will, but you do fucking Chambers Zero with your eyes shut. You do Thieving Room with 72 thieving and out-thieve everyone in the game because whatever, you know? So, of course, you're not going to like this idea, but a lot of people that learn Cox and that might want to try get into CMs or practice certain rooms, this is going to help them. This will help you teach every room in the raid as well. This is good for teaching the raid in general, you know? So I think this is actually a good quality of life buff to Cox. Will I use it? It depends how many points you can get and how fast I can finish the raid versus looking for like a VTV or something, you know? If it's faster for me to just do this non-stop rather than like trying to do solo no preps, then that I've got to like hunt for, then why wouldn't I just do this, you know? Because you're going to do all the rooms and then you're probably going to get a good amount of points, and you could probably clear this in under 30 minutes easily without a shadow, I would say, provided you don't fuck Vanguards up too hard. So I think this is a good idea. You've been doing these no prep modes. Oh yeah, you'd no prep the fuck out of this. Absolutely, yeah. This is a no prep for me, easily. Yeah. So should we add challenge mode style? I think yes. I vote absolutely yes for that. Now what's this? Demonic Gorillas. This would be good for your hardcore, Will. Like this would be good for you on the hardcore. Big time. We're making some improvements to Demonic Gorillas that we hope will make your trips a lot smoother and less... Did anyone else say that? It's coming back. Okay. Anyway, we're making some improvements to the Demonic Gorillas that we hope will make your trips a lot smoother. So first up, Demonic Gorillas will become non-aggressive once you've completed the Monkey Madness 2 quest. Okay. No more worrying about them constantly attacking. I actually really like that. We're standardizing how often they swap prayers. Right now, their behaviors are a bit unpredictable. They switch prayers after 50 damage taken, after 3 successful hits from the player. I didn't know it was after 3 successful hits from the player. Okay. Are you sure about that? Maybe I'm just doing a lot of damage every time. We're tightening that up. Moving forward, Demonic Gorillas will only switch their prayers after 70 damage taken. We're removing the 3 successful attacks trigger entirely. I didn't know that was a fucking thing. Should make the fight more consistent, less frustrating, especially for players trying to optimize their kill speed. Okay, sure. This change will make, it's all about making Demonic Gorillas feel like, less like a grind and more like an enjoyable challenge. Yeah, look, if Demonic Gorillas weren't aggressive, the game would be so much, like, it'd be so much better to grind. Like, yeah, for sure. They complain about 1 hour time because of integrity, but they sell skip tokens. Who has these ideas? Well, yes, I think the skip tokens is a bad idea. Chiseling for Ether. Proposed this change in the past, ever since it's remained one of the most frequently requested follow-ups. So bringing back the form post. This is a good, this is a long-ass blog. Charging a Revenant weapon currently requires a hefty 1,000 Revenant Ether, and we've heard from many Iron players that the upkeep cost makes these powerful drops frustratingly difficult to use. Time we gave you an additional source. We're proposing a new feature that lets you chisel down ancient statuettes into Revenant Ether. Oh, that's cunty. Offering a solid alternative to simply trading them for gold. Yeah, but you still got to get the statuettes. That doesn't fucking change anything, does it? So there's the table there. 500k is 1,000 ether. For every 500k, you get 1,000 ether. But you got it. Look, you're either hunting ether or you're hunting totems in it. This is a fucking. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Sure, that's a fucking terrible. I mean, that's a buff. That's like, yeah, we'll buff it for you, but you've got to go get a relic. I mean, this is more of a fuck you than anything to Iron Man. Sure, yeah, whatever. I'll vote yes for that. I mean, I would rather get ether than gold out of it. I think that's a fair trade. Main accounts can do that too, and probably almost profit or get close to profit anyway, but you wouldn't do that. Elders just quit being a bitch and go to the wilderness like everyone else. Well, they have to go to the wilderness and hunt these. You know? This is, it'll take, you'll get 1,000 ether faster than you'll get an emblem from revs. But if you get an ancient relic early, then it's good RNG. But otherwise, you'll get 32,000 ether like 3 times before you get an ancient relic. Easily, man. Most players will. So really, it doesn't change a whole lot. It's whatever. Oh, we know how much you love the agility shortcut. Oh, good agility shortcut. Okay, so we're looking to add even more ways to bypass those. Okay, so Castle Dracan, scale the wall one way, like a true vampire hunting parkour expert. They're going to add that. Cool. Varrock Castle Garden, skip the long walk around the palace with a new shortcut over the fence. What the fuck is this? Who the hell goes to the palace? Okay, sure. Proudspire, shortcut for both directions to get to the top of the mountain in Valamor. Can I get to the fucking mainland, please? What the hell is Valamore? What? Oh, what's up there? What's on the Proud Spire? Huey? No, Huey's a Dark Frost. What the hell's what's on the top here? What is that? I don't know what that is. Makes the votes not feel like trash. Fair enough. Yeah, don't know what that is, but sure. Okay. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. Fossil Island shortcut from the tower down to the small island for when you just don't feel like taking a long way around. Yep, sure. I'll just use the mushrooms. A close step. Oh, there you go. Mauritanian Sleigh Tower. 2 new shortcuts to make your sleigh grind smoother. Good for gargoyles. Low-level shortcut for quicker access to banshees, and then 1 to straight from the ground floor to the top floor, skipping the endless staircase. In other words, skipping the fucking the big green guys, whatever they're called. Takes us 2 minutes to run up that cunt. I didn't even know it was a step, dude. Yeah, I'll vote yes to all these. That's fine. Banking and Grand Exchange. The Grand Exchange editors. Here we go, mains. Markets can move fast, and we want to make sure that you're not left behind. You'll always be left behind. Working on a feature that'll let you edit your Grand Exchange offer prices directly from the offer status page without needing to manually cancel and re-enter the whole thing. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. To be fully transparent, this will still cancel and resubmit your offer in the background, and your position in the purchase, sale, and queue will be updated accordingly, but all of this will happen automatically. That's fucking good. Alright, so you're not like, excuse me, chicken nuggets. So you're not, yeah, it's relisting it for you still, but you just don't have to like pull it out and then redo it. That's cool. I'll fuck with that. Empty bags, sacks, boxes, and pouches. So we'd like to introduce a new empty containers button to the bank to deposit box interfaces. And deposit box. Okay, this would act like a current deposit looting bag button. Okay, so if you click it, it'll empty all of your coal bags. Okay, so all your sacks that hold shit, it'll empty it straight away. Cool. Dino chicken nuggets? No, it's Macca's nuggets, dude. Misso went out to Macca's. Hell yeah. Yeah, I fuck with that. That's good. That's awesome. Basically, just hit empty sacks and it empties all of your bags and stuff. Rebuy feature. So we're also exploring a repeat last offer feature of Grand Exchange. This will remember the last item you purchased, including its price and potentially the quantity. We have something similar to this already, right? You just click the last item you looked up. So that's cool. Just straight rebuy. That's big. Yep, I'd vote for that. Standardized reward and deposit interfaces. So ever notice how some reward chests and deposit menus have their options in a different order every time? One moment inventory is first, next it's bank, and then sometimes discard sneaks in where you'd least expect it. It's like trying to grab your usual groceries. Okay. So fixing it, moving forward, we're standardizing these interfaces so that options always appear in a consistent order, whether you're looting a raid chest, collecting a minigame reward. Basically, menu entry swapper is coming to the game, finally. Awesome. Alright, other changes. Chinchomper insurance. Losing chinchompers to a disconnect or PVM death feels awful. You worked hard for those sneaky little explosives, and it's frustrating when they just disappear into the void. We're changing that. Want to make unprotected chins go straight to your gravestone or death pile, like normal items, so you have a chance to recover them. Or sit the fuck down, PKs. This is, no, okay, it's just PVM. Okay, not PvP. Removing the destroy option. Who wants to intentionally destroy the cute little chompers? Me. Alright. Okay. In PVM, your chins will stick around. In PvP, your opponent still gets the unprotected chins fair and square. Okay. So, there you go. So it's now a drop instead of destroyed, like it matters. They'll still run away, but now you won't. So if you die with your chins, so a lot of people go buy like fucking 30 mil worth of chins and then go AFK, and then they don't realize they die and they lose all the chins instantly. So that's big. It's big for ironman and mains. Bonfires are fair XP rate. Bonfires exist as a more relaxed way to do fire making. The XP per log is so low that almost no one bothers with them, meaning they serve little practical function to the game. To address this, we're adjusting bonfires so that they grant the same XP per log as manually lighting fires, while still keeping their XP per hour lower than the individual log burning. Oh, that's big. This change won't make bonfires the new meta, but it will make them a more viable option. Doesn't this make maple log bonfires like 100k an hour now? That's fucking, that is huge. I'm almost certain it does, right? Was it got a dick? It's a long ass blog. I'm almost certain that makes like AFK fire making fucking massive. So yeah, big. Way more AFK now, 100%. Gap tube mystery. Okay, so right now the higher you will cut over, the harder it is to find a gap tube. Okay, which makes absolutely no sense. So they're punching players leveling up. We're flipping the script. Higher woodcut levels increase the chances of finding a gap tuber. Means less time mindlessly chopping jungle, more time doing literally Anything else? Yes, vote yes. The hammers on Entrana. Entrana has always had some strict rules about what weapons can and can't be, you can't bring. Bit of a head scratcher when it comes to the Encanto hammer. Despite being considered a weapon, the Encanto hammer has 0 stats and doesn't even speed up unarmed combat. That's why it can't be bought to Entrana. One clever skiller even reported that their niche methods could benefit from bringing the Encanto hammer, as it would help save an inventory space because you know who doesn't want to carry less junk. Sure. So now the Encanto hammer can go to Entrana. I don't fucking care at all. Auto queuing bird's nest. This update will click one bird's nest and then they'll auto queue. Cool. Just like cleaning herbs. Excellent. Keeping the bird's nest. If you get a beginner clue scroll from bird's nest on a member's world, you'll keep the bird's nest. Big. Streamlined settings for new players. New players will make the settings menu easier to navigate. Yep, I don't care. Did you know tip in the chat? Get a helpful did you know tip when you log in. No. Wise Old Man Updates is expanding his services. Who now accept a wider range of quest related items when you use this service to remove items from your bank. Awesome, that's big. Shades of Morton, adding an empty option to the Shades of Morton coffin while inside the bank interface. This allows you to directly don't care. No more delays at fishing spots. Awesome, this is fucking big. Goodbye to annoying delays when a fishing spot moves while you're running towards it. You can now click to move right to the new location without interruptions, making the fishing trips a lot smoother. Nice. Okay, for players who may find the snow effects at Waterbirth Island uncomfortable, we're adding a setting. Good. Giant's Foundry is if you nail the bonus attack tick perfectly, you'll recover a portion of any missed quality. This should make your bonus. That's fucking big, actually. Nice. No more delay with cat chasing rats. We've fixed the pesky delay caused by cats chasing rats. Your character's actions will no longer be delayed during this animation, making it smoother to get things done without any hiccups. Awesome. Very big. We've improved the placement of hunting traps at various spots, making it easier to set up, more efficient for players looking to maximize their bots. Stackable hunter traps. Say goodbye to inventory clutter. All hunter traps are now stackable in your inventory. Massive. Very good. Small meat pouch. You'll be able to use the small meat pouch near banks. It's a small change, but I don't know what that means. Tower of Life, you no longer have a random chance to find nothing when searching the Tower of Life crates during the quest. I don't care. The warmth overhead bar at Wintertop will now be made narrower to avoid visual clutter, especially during populated fights. Additionally, the Plaza bar will no longer appear alongside the warmth bar when you get hit by the cold. Isn't that fucking sweet? I just kind of flew through those last ones there. Very good updates. They're not being voted, by the way. They're just fucking happening, so that's good. Overall, I'll do a quick scan through to tell you what is to vote yes for. Okay, question number 1, vote yes, absolutely. Question number 2, I fucking don't think so. I think we should vote no to question number 2. Honestly, if it's going to be like this, if it's a skip token that's tradable, vote no, personally. Question number 3, 4, 5, and 6, vote yes, absolutely. Melee Zora, 7, why not? Vote yes. Chamber of Zerek, question 8, yes. Demonic Gorillas, isn't even a question, apparently. Fascinating. Vote 9 to Ancient Artifacts, sure. Why not? New Agility Shortcuts. Yeah, vote yes to them all from question 10 through 14. Yes to question 15 for the Grand Exchange. 16, yes, absolutely, vote yes. Other changes, yeah, Chinchombers, yeah, vote yes to 17, 18. 19, absolutely. And number 20 makes sense. 21, I don't care, sure. So basically, vote no to question 2. Vote yes to every other question. I think that's my personal opinion. That's the play. If they change number 2 to re-rolling and make it or make it untradeable. If it was untradeable, I might consider it. But if it was a re-roll token, I don't care if it's tradable. Fucking re-roll as many times as you want. So it's not a re-roll because you're skipping, right? Skips allow you to skip a single clue step within the scroll. This means that's not a re-roll. You are skipping. Re-roll is not the word to fucking use there. Just so everyone's on the same page. They need to physically re-roll and not skip. If you don't vote, you'll lose 3 inches. That's true. And then you got to subscribe to the channel too. So that's my opinion. And for those that miss it, going forward, you'll be able to get the update after the live stream's over. That's a long-ass vlog. Vlog? I apologize. There's a lot going on in there, though. That's quite emotional. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge. You got a big boy.